Island USA Season 8 is coming to an end. Some couples are making it official and some couples are leaving us officially confused. Let's get into it. Hey y'all, it's Nay. Welcome back to my little corner of YouTube. This video will contain spoilers for Love Island USA Season 8 Episode 31. So if you haven't seen it yet and you do not want spoilers, save this video and come back after you do. You are about to hear my thoughts on Episode 31, but of course I want to hear yours, so feel free to drop your thoughts below if you do want to participate in the conversation, and give this video a like and a hype before you go. So I just need to ask y'all this question up top because I really need to know the answer. What does situationship mean to you? Because if I'm being honest, what Kayda and Zach are describing is a situationship in my opinion.
Me and Zach are exclusive.
What does that mean?
It's technically like dating, but we're not boyfriend girlfriend.
So you're in a situationship.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. Not a situationship.
There are no titles, but y'all are still seeing each other. There could be some room for deviation of, oh, well, it's only a situationship if you guys are still seeing other people. But maybe that's more like friends with benefit then. Who's counting tiers? But if I had to, fuck buddies, friends with benefits, whatever the hell Zach and Kayda are doing, / situationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, married. Like, that's how I would break it down. And so I don't know why they're confused that people are defining it as a situationship, because girl, that's what it's given. And then Zach is also trying to make himself feel validated when Casey is talking about wanting to ask TiTi to be his girlfriend.
I don't need more time.
Yeah. But are you going to jump straight from villa couple to boyfriend and girlfriend, or exclusive dating? Because to go from straight from villa couple to then boom, boyfriend and girlfriend, that's like a big thing for me.
Zach knows good and damn well that there is no such thing as villa couple to exclusive to boyfriend and girlfriend. You made that up, and that's why everybody's looking at you like you crazy. And that's why Casey is like, nah, I think I'm just gonna go straight into her being my girlfriend, because what does exclusive mean? Y'all are in the last week of Love Island. I know y'all don't have times and all that on your phone and like whatever, but y'all know that this show is getting ready to wrap. And then when Casey is getting all excited about the scavenger hunt that he's getting ready to plan for TiTi, Zach just has to be a Debbie Downer and say, well, what if she says no? And it's like, bro, you're just doing that because you have no intentions on making Kayda your girlfriend, so you're trying to throw shade. And you have her out here looking crazy.
Oh, yuck my bitch. I'm not. If you like it, I love it, bitch.
Funny enough, I did get a comment earlier from someone saying that they don't think Zach is playing with Kayda, because anytime Zach does something like jokes about still being open or says he loves her but says he's just joking about it, Kayda laughs along like she's in on the joke. And I responded to that comment saying Kayda is just coping. She has to laugh at those jokes because she already slept with this man. If she doesn't allow herself to suspend her belief and believe that he's joking about it, then that's gonna mean that she has to deal with the fact that she slept with him on national TV and he doesn't want her. You know how hard that would be to deal with mentally if she had to come to terms with the fact that, oh shit, he slept with me and he don't really want to be with me, he don't want to make me his girlfriend or nothing. So of course she's gonna laugh it off, because that's how you cope with things that are hard to cope with. So when I see Kayda talking to Kenzie and saying, yeah, I was annoyed that everyone was saying it's a situationship when I kept expressing that it's not a situationship and I'm happy with the decision, and basically trying to get validation from Kenzie. Kenzie says, no, I think you guys are doing it the right way. I think it's more romantic what you're doing. To me, that's just Kayda trying to cope more, and that's Kenzie trying to let her down easy. Because what the hell does exclusive mean if it doesn't mean boyfriend and girlfriend? And honestly, Kayda, if you have to go to Kenzie for relationship advice, you know you down bad. And then Zach comes around when they're having that conversation, and Kenzie's like, oh my god, congratulations, and he's like, not too fucking much, it's not that serious.
So happy for you guys.
Yeah, it's not like a crazy big thing, but it was just
no,
like,
it kind of is though.
Could you imagine the embarrassment? Of course Kayda has to laugh that off, because in her head she thinks they took a big step. Even when she announced it to the girlies, she was like, I have a big announcement for you guys.
Oh, I got some big tea for you.
And then his ass comes around when they get back to the house talking about it's not that big of a deal. By Rossing. Yeah, so she has to laugh, or else she's gonna have to admit to herself that this man is playing in her face. And the reason that being exclusive doesn't mean anything to Zach is because being exclusive doesn't mean anything if it doesn't mean that you're boyfriend and girlfriend, because that's what it should mean. He's told her repeatedly what actually means something to him, and it's boyfriend and girlfriend titles.
I'm sorry, I'm not just gonna fucking call someone my girlfriend here for the sake of it. That's a big deal.
And you can't be his girlfriend because he doesn't take you seriously. And I know this is a big thing to say, but I feel like Kayda just surpassed Melanie for most disrespected girl in the villa. Yeah, Sincere is a liar, even though in this episode he probably proclaimed that he's not a liar.
You're lying. Don't lie, because there's video footage.
I'm not a liar. I'm not.
That's something a liar would say, Sincere. Yeah, he could have done Love Island more respectfully, but he still did Love Island. You know who didn't get to do Love Island? Kayda, because she came in as a bombshell. She didn't explore anybody else after that. Zach, for the most part, didn't explore, but he did kiss the blur in Casa. So he technically did explore, even if it wasn't a lot. But she didn't explore at all. So she didn't do Love Island. For 6 weeks, she's been tied down to this man. This is supposed to be the most spectacular summer of her young adult life. Like I said, this is the summer that you look back at like, that was some crazy ass shit I did. Kayda's gonna look back and be like, I waited 6 weeks to be exclusive for a man that didn't really want to be with me. Zach is the type of man who says something like, why do we need to get married? It's just paperwork. It's just titles. We love each other, don't we? Kayda, I beg. I typically talk about this when I'm talking about Love is Blind, but y'all cannot let men do that to you. If both of y'all together and you know that you don't want to be married, then that's fine. But if you with the man and he knows you want to be married and he been with you for 6, 7, 8, 9, a decade, oh, I just got chills thinking about that. If he been with you that long and he knows you want to be married and he's not marrying you, embarrassing. It's never just paperwork. It's never just titles. If it's just titles, let's do it then. They never want to do it. And I fear Kayda would let this man string her along for a decade without a title of marriage because it's not that serious to him. And I do think that she feels a way about it because she wants to be his girlfriend.
I'm telling you we're exclusive. I'm telling you it's not a fucking situationship, and you're still saying, I think it's a situationship. It's just fucking rude at that point.
Especially with other people, you know, closing it off and being girlfriend and boyfriend around her. Also, Kayda sounds like JoJo Siwa, and I really cannot unhear it.
He locked it down, but you gotta lock it down. Okay. Like, let's be for real.
That's one of those clips that I see, and I understand why the world did what it did with that clip. I get it.
So I was today years old when I found out that white people also deal with struggle love.
You getting upset about this is showing me that you do really care.
Because someone who gets upset when you call them out on their BS does not care about you. I don't know where we went wrong as a society and we started equating someone being defensive with them caring, but it's not the same thing. Kenzie is just upset that you're calling her out. And at this point, I don't even know what the deal is with Dylan. I've seen a lot of people say, oh, he just wants his TV time. If that's what he's doing, then fine. But he on here crying. What are the waterworks for? If you just want to be here to enjoy 2 weeks of Love Island, then do you. But if he is actually falling for this woman, then I truly don't understand, because you saw at least some of her episodes before Casa. So you know how she was moving. You then saw it again on movie night with everybody else. So that further confirmed how she was moving. And you still let yourself get wrapped up in this? How do you do that? The damn hideaway opened and Dylan jokingly was like, you wanna throw our names in the hat? And Kenzie damn near scoffed at that man. She looked at him and was like,
Islanders! The hideaway is now open!
Make our argument. Huh? Should we make our argument?
I mean, come on. Of course, she could have been doing that because she knows that there are other couples in the villa with stronger connections, so they didn't really have a chance. But the way that she looked at him was like, even if we did have a chance, it's not gonna happen. She gave him a look of disgust. She very much looked at him like, nigga, please. If Kenzie could say nigga, that's what she would have said. And someone let me know that this show does in fact have a reunion. I've never watched a Love Island reunion before, but I am very curious to see how the girls are gonna react at the reunion after having watched the entire season and seeing what really happened between Casey and Aniya. And the reason that I say that is because Kenzie and Dylan right now are kind of in a similar situation, except the roles are reversed, being that Kenzie is the one that has to constantly reassure him and Dylan is the one asking for the constant reassurance, when in Casey and Aniya's situation it was flipped. And when Kenzie talks to them about it, all the girls are on one accord. They're saying he needs to move on.
He needs to decide what he wants to do. You're gonna move forward or you're not.
And Kenzie is like, yeah, I've been dealing with this for a week. And I'm like, that's what Casey had to deal with for 3 weeks. Constantly reassuring Aniya. Then she would come back with something else. He had to reassure her on that. Then she'd come back. Then she'd telling people different stories. And so if the consensus is that Dylan just needs to move on and get over it and try to work past it, I wonder if the consensus is going to be the same for Aniya. Now, they don't have all the information right now, so that's why they're not saying that, but I do wonder. And funny enough, Carl is also kind of saying something in support of Dylan.
You've been putting her feelings first, and yesterday you've finally put your feelings first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
These situations are very similar, like I said, except that Casey dealt with it longer and Kenzie actually was moving funny. But they're all giving the advice that makes the most sense, which is what Casey ended up doing. So I just wonder what the sentiment is going to be once they watch the show. I don't know who the host is for the reunion. I would assume it would be Ariana. But no tea, no shade. Ariana clearly favors the women. And I mean that for any season, not just these girls. She clearly favors the women, as she should. Okay, she's a girly. But when it comes to a reunion, you can't have favorites. You need to be asking everybody the hard-hitting questions. So I just need to know if I need to lower my expectations for this reunion, because if she's the host, I don't have faith that she'll ask the questions that need to be asked. I'm still trying to get Nick and Vanessa Lachey to ask the questions that they need to be asking on Love is Blind reunion. And honestly, maybe they should have thrown their names in a hat, because Trinity, who apparently is the voice of the villa, throws out Melanie and Sincere's name to go into the hideaway. And I just don't understand why you would choose them considering the fact that she just started allowing him to kiss her again 24 hours prior to this. There's absolutely no way they should have been going into the hideaway. On that note, do y'all think that they think about the fact that Kayda and Zach smashed on that same bed? I know they're saying that they didn't. Who knows? I think that's the way you should do it. I don't think you should go on national television and tell everybody that you smashed, whatever. But I can't stop thinking about the fact that 2 weeks ago, Zach and Kayda, I know they changed the sheets, but like, you know, they were in that same bed. I don't know. Now, we all have been saying that we can't wait for Family Day because we're ready for Melanie's family to come in and save her from Sincere. But when they're in a hideaway, Melanie says she don't think her mom would even have an issue with Sincere. She would just tell him not to do it again.
My mom wouldn't be mad at you. She'd be like, don't do that shit again. She'd be like,
The look.
And all I have to say to Melanie is, you need to bring somebody else's mama in the villa then. If your mama not gonna get the job done, bring somebody else's mama in. Because if your mom could sit here and watch you be played for 5 out of the 6 weeks, and the only reason he's stopping is because there's no more bombshells. If she could watch that and still come in and say, don't do it again, you'll be okay. She's too damn nice. Send your daddy in. Send your uncle in. Send your brother in. Send a cousin in. Send somebody else. Because if she ain't gonna do it, then she's not the one who need to be coming in here. And then really what I think is going on with Melanie is because of the fact that people voted for her and Sincere to have compatibility, she's actually pushing aside her body's natural reaction to be like, something is not right here. She's ignoring the red flags that she knows is, she knows it. She knows that it's there, but she's getting validation from all her girls in the villa, and she's getting validation from outside. So now she's like, shit, maybe he is good. And I'm not even blaming her for that. I think that it can be really hard when you're in it to see it. I've definitely ignored every single red flag from someone before, and that shit ended terribly. Well, it ended worse for them, which is great for me. But yeah, I hate that for her because Sincere is also a good liar, and a good liar will have you second guessing yourself. Like, they just will. On to Bryce and Trinity. Y'all remember a few videos ago where I said Bryce and Trinity don't talk about anything other than how they like each other? Every conversation that we've seen Trinity and Bryce have somehow revolves around, I just like you so much. I just like you so much. I just miss you so much. Yeah, we're days away from this show ending and they're still talking about the same thing.
I just feel like what we have is like so special. It's like every time like I see you, like I just like want to like be next to you.
I really feel the same way.
I don't understand how y'all have bought into this couple. Like I said, other than the fact that they're running on their interracial ticket, I don't really know what y'all get from them because they don't get anything from each other. And because Trinity has a big personality. I do think Trinity would thrive without Bryce, but Bryce would not be doing anything without her. Neither of them like each other. I've been saying it since day one. And it's such a shame because I can't believe y'all about to let these people sit here and win this season.
Like we always deal with fights like super well. We're both empathetic towards each other's feelings.
What fights, Bryce? Y'all don't even know enough about each other to argue. On to Casey and TiTi. I was smiling so hard watching TiTi do her little scavenger hunt. TiTi says Casey would be the first guy she met home. That's a lot of pressure for that man because imagine you're the first guy that your girlfriend has ever brought to meet her family and they've been watching you for 6 weeks on TV and half of the fan base can't stand you. That's a lot of pressure for that man. But I think he can handle it. If he can handle the 6 weeks in that villa, he can handle anything. Also, I know Aniya woke TiTi out of a damn nightmare because nobody wakes up like this. Last but not least, we have Aniya and Carl. Do y'all think they like each other? Because when he was talking to her about life outside the villa, she was like, life for who? Me? Oh.
What do you think, like, out of here, what do you think that would look like?
With me and you?
Yeah.
And it's like, girl, who else would he be talking about or to? Aniya also has this fairy tale-esque expectation of the men that she dates. She said so herself. She had those expectations since childhood, basically, is what she said. But the thing is, no man is perfect.
He's just out of a fucking movie. Like, where do you find a guy like this? He checks every single box.
No man is gonna check all your boxes. And there will come a time, if they stay together, that Carl does something she doesn't like, or they get into an argument, or something happens, and then she gonna be calling him a bitch. And yet and still, I believe they have more chemistry than Trinity and Bryce. And that's crazy as heck. This episode was much better than last night's episode. I don't know what the hell that was. Tomorrow we don't have an episode. Yeah, it's Wednesday. So tomorrow we don't have an episode. I'll be back here Thursday to get into that episode. And then we're basically just 2 more episodes away from the finale. So hopefully y'all already voted because by the time I get this video up, voting will be closed. Hopefully we get Casey and TiTi to the final 4. Y'all let me know your thoughts on this episode and also your predictions for final 4 below. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye. I actually didn't write something for this, so I'll just wing it. I can give you what you need. What you doing, Bubba? So some of y'all know I have 2 rabbits. My one rabbit, Shadow, is my first little guy. Had him since he was a baby. He's very good around people, but my second rabbit, Light, is a rescue, and he's a little skittish, but more and more lately I've been putting in like much more of an effort to get him comfortable around me, and now he actually comes and sits closer to me. Like when I sit right here, he used to completely avoid me. I'm so proud of him. He's I don't know what his life was before, but I'm so proud of where he is now. You such a good guy. Huh, you're just a little cutie boy. Anyway, oh, what you doing, Bubba? My other rabbit just did a cute little thing. You guys are such cuties. Where did I get these cutie boys from? Sorry, you just totally heard my voice do a way different thing.